It was raining hard when he walked past the CCTV. Behind him, a shadow followed. What happened next has haunted Ireland for nearly 25 years. This video discusses a real-life missing person case that remains unsolved. Some viewers may find the content upsetting. Viewer discretion is advised. Trevor Deely was just 22 years old when he vanished without a trace on the streets of Dublin in the early hours of December 8, 2000. He was an ordinary young man, polite, bright, and dependable. He had just started his adult life, working in IT at Bank of Ireland Asset Management, and living in the city away from his hometown of Naas, County Kildare. That night, Trevor had been out celebrating at his work's Christmas party. The event began at the Hilton Hotel on Leeson Street before the group moved on to a nightclub called Buck Whaley's. Around 3:30 a.m., after walking a colleague to a taxi, Trevor began the journey home on foot, alone. But for reasons that still aren't fully understood, Trevor didn't head straight home. Instead, he walked to his office on Fitzwilliam Place. Security footage showed him arriving at 3:35 a.m. in heavy rain. He stayed for about half an hour, making a cup of coffee and checking his emails. His colleagues said this was typical for him. Trevor was scheduled to work early that morning, and he'd left his umbrella and other items at work earlier that day. At 4:03 a.m., he left the building and stepped back into the storm. As he walked down Haddington Road, another CCTV camera, positioned outside an AIB bank, recorded him at 4:14 a.m. He was wearing dark clothing and carrying his umbrella. He appeared calm, walking with purpose. But moments before Trevor appeared on that footage, a man dressed in black had also been recorded. He had been standing near the gates of Trevor's office, loitering, for at least 30 minutes. Then, just after Trevor passed the AIB camera, the man followed. To this day, that man has never been identified. Trevor Deely was never seen again. When Trevor failed to show up that weekend for a planned trip home, his family grew alarmed. They reported him missing. But in those early hours and days, the case wasn't treated with urgency. There were no signs of violence. He was an adult, and authorities believed he might have needed space or time away. But there were no bank transactions, no phone activity, no communication, and no trace. His family, especially his sister Michelle, refused to accept silence. They pushed hard for media coverage, organized search efforts, and demanded answers. As the weeks turned to months, suspicion deepened. Something had happened that night, and someone knew what it was. In 2001, the Grand Canal and River Dodder were searched. Divers combed through the freezing water, but nothing was recovered. No body, no belongings, nothing. The case began to grow cold. In 2017, after nearly 17 years, Garda E re-examined the evidence and, for the first time, released the footage of the mysterious man seen outside Trevor's office that night. He was there before Trevor arrived, and he followed him as he left. This moment, captured on grainy CCTV, changed the way the public viewed the case. It no longer seemed like a disappearance. It now looked deliberate, intentional, possibly premeditated. That same year, Garda E conducted a major search of a wooded area in Chapel-Izod after receiving new information. Cadaver dogs signaled areas of interest. Soil was tested. Investigators spent weeks combing the land. But again, nothing. So what happened to Trevor Deely? Did he fall into the river that stormy night, tired, disoriented, and weighed down by the weather? Or was he attacked, targeted by someone who followed him? Could the man in black have been waiting for Trevor specifically? Some theorize that Trevor may have witnessed something suspicious at work or on the street. Others believe he was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time. What we know for sure is this: a young man vanished in the center of a capital city. And nearly 25 years later, There's still no explanation. Trevor's family has never stopped searching. They have kept his face in the public eye, never letting his case fade away. They believe someone out there knows something, someone who may not have spoken out back then, but still could now. A €100,000 reward remains in place for any information leading to Trevor or his remains. He would be in his mid-40s today. He walked through the city in the pouring rain. Behind him, a shadow followed. And after that, only silence. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what case we should cover next. We'll see you in the next video. But until then, take care, stay safe, and always remember the victims.